I hope you've all enjoyed your lunch. Now, Billy, would you like to leave the audience because you're going to hate the next thing? A number of people that were part of Billy's career are unable to be here, but they've all sent us video tributes. So Billy is going to go through the floor, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Good evening, Billy, Carmel, the wider Coleman family. Congratulations on your celebration this evening in Cork. Truly deserved. I suppose if I start by thinking of Cork as the largest county in Ireland with a lot of famous names, the one name that comes to mind initially is Rory Gallagher, the famous guitar player. Now, I have to tell everybody in the room, he wasn't from Cork. He was a Donegal man, and we exported him to the benefit of Corkonians. So you can thank us for that in the future. But when you think of names such as Roy Keane, Sonia O'Sullivan, Graham Norton, even the great Michael Collins, Billy Coleman's name sits alongside these as one of the most famous Corkonians, but also one of the most recognised Irish sports people over the past 3 or 4 decades. What you have achieved, Billy, in terms of motorsport, I don't think is fully appreciated by our existing rallying community. To go and compete at the level you did throughout Europe with the best drivers in the world at a time when rallying was truly one of the top sports in the world, to achieve what you've achieved in such a humble way, quiet, with humility, but total professionalism, has been the bedrock of our board here in Ireland. So tonight is one to celebrate, one for you and your family to be extremely proud of, one for us to relish. We are the lucky ones that have benefited so much from what you've achieved. It created the pathway for many drivers and for our current crop that are out there trying to carve their way in the world of rallying and motorsport. I wish I could be there with you. I hope at this point I'm in Sweden with Eamon as he tries to take on the best junior drivers in the world. Hopefully he will be successful this weekend. But for those that are in the room back at home, really enjoy your night, and you have a true legend in your midst. Thank you and God bless.
Hi Dad, hi to everyone at the celebration. I hope you're all having a great day there. Really sorry I can't make it in person. We're mid-shearing at the minute in 40 odd degree heat. I can tell you I'd much rather be at the Rochestown Park Hotel today. I remember when he first put the idea to Dad about this, there was a bit of a question mark that he was worried no one would be interested in it 50 years later, but the sheer interest that's generated in the last few months and the sheer numbers of people that are there today really show that 50 years on it still resonates as such a remarkable achievement. And I just wanted to say I'm proud of you, Dad, and I hope you raised a few euro there for some good causes today and you all have a great time. And a massive well done to Bones and Tom and everyone that's got behind the organising of this. It was a big undertaking and you've done well. So have a great time, guys, and hope to see you all soon.
Hey Billy, Ronan here. Hope you're having a fabulous evening in Rochestown with all your 500 family, friends, supporters from around the world. Really apologies that I'm not there with you. I'm on my way to Abu Dhabi at the moment to run a desert rally here next weekend. Fondly remember our times together and what we've done, what we achieved, particularly starting off in 1984 in the Opel Manta. And then, of course, came the amazing Rothmans years in 85 in the Porsche 911, and then 86 in the Metro 604, and 87 in the BMW M3. Great memories, great successes, great wins, a couple of championships along the way. But thank you so much for your friendship over the years. Never did I think that starting out together that we would have, create this bond between the Coleman and Morgan family, which still exists and strong today. But thanks so much for, I suppose, at the time, springboarding my career to do other things and continue on in the sport that I love and involved in so much to this day. So have a great evening. Enjoy your company. Enjoy the fun tonight. And I'm sorry I'm not there again. God bless. All the best for now. Bye-bye.
So it's Evan and Steve from Sydney saying good day to all at Rochestown Hotel. It's good to see you here today. Pity we can't be there, but that's the way it is. We've been here for over 50 years. At the end of the 74 season, we got on the first plane we could to get away from Billy. And we ended up in Sydney, and we've been here since. And not one single regret amongst us. We had a great year in 74, and we ended up winning the championship. Evan and I, we did all the mechanical side of things, the hard work, I suppose you could call it. And Dan provided us with a place to stay and a house to convert into a workshop. And basically we destroyed it and used it as a collection point for any bits and pieces. We had about over 40 wheels in the front yard, the front room, and the engines were kept inside the front door for safety.
Yeah, and that's where we prepared the car mainly out on the side of the footpath, wasn't it? And because Dan had a Formula Ford in the garage at the back, and it was a good time then. Yeah, those 50 years went so quick. Due to all again, I suppose I was 50 years younger. Yes, Steve, do you remember one rally we were at, and during this service hall lunch break, Billy went down the road to see how Roger, the Ford works driver, was getting on, and he came back and he said, "God, it's easy for Roger and that. They're all looked after down there so well. Steak and everything for lunch. And what have we got here? You know, nothing." So the next rally, we fronted up, and the service hall again. Steve here cooked up a beautiful steak for Billy. And next thing Billy arrives, he said, "Here's the lunch," Steve says to him. And Billy looks and says, "What the hell is that stuff? Have you got any sandwiches or something?"
What else would you expect?
Yeah.
He's still the fussy pot that he used to be.
Yeah.
Isn't impossible.
Yes, up, Steve, we could keep talking all night about the good old days.
The good old days, yeah, of course you could.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's about us. That's about it from us in Sydney. Hope you all have a good day, and thanks for watching. See you later.
Enjoy, and a safe trip to everyone home.
Billy, 1974, I met you first time with great admiration and respect when you become British Rally Champion. 50 years later, I like to congratulate you again. I am sure without your activity as farmer, you would have become an even bigger rally champion. Best wishes for the future, and have a nice evening. Your rally friend, Walter Earl.
Well, good evening, everybody, and I'm sorry I'm not with you tonight in Cork. I'm actually in Morocco at a road safety conference, so I know where I'd rather be. I'm stood next to a car that Billy will remember very well. This is a Porsche that he was driving in Circuit of Ireland all those years ago. Of course, I wasn't sitting beside him in those days, I was running the team, but I've got so many memories of Billy in those days, and Lancia Stratuses, Fiat Mia Fioris, and of course this car when he came to join the team later. Have a great evening. I'm sorry I'm not there to remember all those stories and tell you a little bit more about Billy's antics in Pro Dive, but one day we'll get back there and I'll come over and see you.
Hello, Billy, and the Irish running family. Aren't we lucky to get up today? There's so many, Bertie, Craig, my son Kim, many others are not with us anymore. Like Rita says, man knows his happiness when he has lost it. Billy, when I speak to you now, I'm speaking to a friend. I'm speaking to a personal friend. Yes, you are Mill Street Meister institution. Nobody questions your driving abilities. You have inspired so many people, but human qualities count at the end of the day. Billy, thank you for being my friend. In a way, it's great pity that you didn't do more rallies in the world scenery, but you left the door open for me. Billy, you are such a person that if you didn't exist, you would have to be invented. I love you, Billy.
Hello, Plum. Hello, Billy. Greetings to all and sundry. I'm delighted to be part of this celebration. Well, how often do I get to address a room full of EFRDs? When I think of Cork and I think of rallying, I think of my finest hour when in the 1975 Cork 20, I finished 6th. Yes. We were still celebrating and singing in the Imperial Hotel when the unsuspecting residents were coming down for their breakfast. That was an event that gave me a hangover that lasted a fortnight and memories that have lasted a lifetime. Billy, hard to believe that it's 50 years since you won the British Rally Championship. Still a huge achievement. That was a special era in rallying. And I have great, great memories of your battles with C.B. Curley. I have to confess, being his pal, I would normally be cheering for him. But we all admired, A, your talent as a driver, and B, just as important, your modesty as a man. It's a great celebration for you tonight, Billy. Enjoy it. You've earned every single bit of it. And congratulations and celebrations. Billy Coleman earned his place in history. Congratulations and jubilations. He made Mill Street famous long before Noel C. Have a great night, Billy.